before, and here's after.
So my driveway is roughly 4,000 square feet, and I'll show you how I measure that using Google Maps. There's a measurement tool, and you can get the length and width of your driveway.
The next important thing is, are you going to buy a 5-gallon bucket or a 53-gallon barrel? Depending on how big your driveway is, I would think most people would get along with buying several 5-gallon buckets. If you're going to get a 53-gallon drum, option 1 is delivery, option 2 is you better have a truck. Now the big question is, what asphalt seal coat to buy? The first thing is you want to think about is the thickness of the material and the warranty.
So the sealers you can buy can range in quality from a 1-year warranty to a 10-year warranty. The only other tools you need other than the sealer is a squeegee and a brush on a pole. But if this is your first time doing it, you're working by yourself, your driveway is 2,000 square feet, it should take you around 3 hours.
One 53-gallon drum covers 2,750 to 3,850 square feet for one coat. Take a leaf blower or even better a power washer and go over the whole driveway, maybe the day before, because you want a good clean surface for that seal coat to attach to. Otherwise it might peel up. How are we going to unload two 400-pound barrels out of the back of a pickup truck? I have some old boards that we're going to use to try to roll it down, but one thing I'm going to use to our advantage is a hill. So we have a bit of a berm right here. So I'm thinking we can back the truck up to this berm. So instead of dropping it down 3 or 4 feet, maybe it's only a 2-foot decline.
Right now it's about 65 degrees and overcast. It's going to get up to 75 or 80, which is perfect. 60 to 80 is the right temperature range. I'm really liking this method a lot better of just using the brush in a bucket, going around and doing all the edges. It's a lot cleaner. I'm not having to hurry. I'm not having to switch between the brush and the squeegee. Also, I'm coming through and doing all these cracks at the same time too. Hopefully getting a good first coat on there, really letting that seal coat sink in, harden up, and then I'll come back and do everything with the squeegee. But you can see it's a lot like painting walls inside your house, where you'll use a brush to do all the edges and a roller to do the wall. Here it's the same thing. I'm using a brush to do all the edges and the cracks, and then I'm going to use the squeegee to fill all the main driveway. And here you can really see the consistency of the 10-year warranty stuff over the cheaper 1-year warranty. It's a lot thicker. It's not like that runny water with the 1-year warranty. This is much thicker and it really gets into all the cracks and crevices.
So it's been maybe 20 minutes and you can see this area is already starting to haze up and solidify where it's nice and thin. You can see here where it's put on thicker, it's still liquid there. So that's about a half an hour, 20 minutes worth of work right there. And before you forget, make sure to put some garbage cans or flagging with sticks at either end. You don't want somebody driving on it while you're working. So it's been an hour, maybe an hour and a half later, and you can see that this side is almost completely dry. Just the thicker areas. However, in the shade, it's staying wet a lot longer. So you have a lot more work time in the shaded areas or if it's overcast. But when it gets sunny, you can see it dries really quickly. So just know that you're gonna get covered in this asphalt seal coat even with the gloves on. And your shirt's gonna probably get ruined, probably shorts. The rubber boots are a necessity. It did a really good job of filling in all these smaller cracks. So here's a side-by-side shot. You can see it really filled in a lot. But if you put it on thin and it's a hot sunny day, a half an hour, 10 minutes, and it's hardened up. You can see you could be a lot more precise and get right up to the edge with the brush. But you can see I'm a lot more precise with the brush, getting right up to that edge. And then just come up, grab some sealer from a pile, get it right on the brush like that, and then just work it in. You do one side and then the other side, and then you can work the middle with the squeegee. So you can see here up close, there's little depressions like that that aren't getting filled in. You can see the little gray areas. So those are the areas you really have to work it in, and then the final coat is smoothing everything out.
Obviously, like I said before, just buy the 5-gallon buckets, don't buy the big 53-gallon barrels. As far as cost, I could have done this for $200 if I bought the 1-year warranty barrels, but I bought the 10-year warranty. I thought that would be a lot easier just doing it once every 10 years instead of doing this every year. But again, remember, the companies that are going to quote you a price are going to quote you for the 1-year warranty. You're going to have to pay extra for the better material. So I paid triple. Instead of $100 for a barrel, I paid $300 a barrel. It took 3 hours to do 2,000 square feet. But I hope this helps. I hope I explained everything in the process. But let me know what you think. Thanks.